Yo, is this thing on? Hey, yo, what's up? It's your boy Rich right here, Southern Cali. The Outlaws are back. If you didn't know, now you know. This is the best show on the block, guaranteed to be the best. Some else, some new, some original, something to get you to break outside the box, restructure your mindset, reanalyze the norm, get you to think, implement, strategize, re-strategize, blueprint, put everything into perspective, then implement and see what you're able to come up with when you're doing things in a more structured format instead of just wild and outrageous and running into more obstacles than you should because we're making more movements than we technically should because there's a lack of understanding on the actual process and the steps we should take on top of the alignment of the steps, which is A, B, C, D order. There's an order to the format. And sometimes I'm talking about personal experience. We want to do things, but we want to skip steps. And I had a girlfriend one time tell me about skipping steps. And what happened is that we were like in this phase of the relationship where we were really close, and I basically just wanted to fuck. You know what I mean? I wanted to fuck, and I was hitting her up, and I was like, you know what I mean, that bone. And she was more like, look, 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 look. This is how I roll. These are kind of the standards that I created for myself, and you and your standards and whatever the fuck, right? It's skipping steps for me. Like your way is skipping a lot of steps. You're going way too fast. And long story short, I gave her some time and we were boning that night. It was sick. It was sick. So we met in the middle, you know what I mean? Like I was going way too fast. But I gave really great communication, and we came up with a resolution, and it was a great experience. So work with the blueprint, work with the format, and know exactly what you want. Like keep your eye on the prize. Stay focused on the goal. Now, sometimes prizes, rewards, destinations look similar to each other. And what I mean by this is another example is sometimes when I'm kicking it in the afternoons and I'm just kind of watching cars drive down the street and I'm looking at the tires, the brakes, the rims, just kind of the aerodynamics in the vehicles, the way the tone of the color, the way the paint sits, the way it shifts from the front end to the rear end, and the whole concept behind a vehicle, right? So I'm sitting there looking, and all of a sudden, I get fucked up by this really beautiful, simple, but very beautiful car called a Bentley. It's known for quality, it's known for class, it's known for being high value. On top of the fact that obviously it is a really nice looking vehicle, exteriorly, aesthetically. And so I get caught up. I'm looking at this car, and that's the destination, the beautiful view, that beautiful having good company, right? A nice vehicle. I got my ride right here, and at the same time, you'll see cars driving down the street, and you'll think it's a Bentley, but it's a Genesis. It looks the same, but they're not the same vehicle. They come from different families, different origins. They got different components. They got different materials and quality standards. They got a different team of technicians and engineers behind both products, but they look really similar on the road. That if you're not keen on the eyes, it's deceptive. So in life, sometimes we reach destinations and we think that's the outcome. We think we've reached the epitome, and it's an illusion, it's a look-alike. And we need to keep persistent. We need to stay dedicated, disciplined, and focused on the goal. Stay focused on the goal. Understand that you'll reach milestones, and due to all the hard work that you've put in and the exhaustion that's come with it, some of us have been working for years on end, and when we're taking breaks because society gave us a break due to whatever circumstances, we're at home blueprinting, studying, reading, and researching how to implement certain strategies to keep moving forward while reestablishing ourselves into society. And what I mean by that is that you could do very minimal if you don't have a base pay. So if you don't have a formal job, career that pays your bills and pays your food and your lodging, your food, your hygienics, um, your clothing, and and anything else like transportation, entertainment, um, then your life is going to be pretty dull. It's going to be pretty difficult, and you're not going to have the options, choices, and the factors that'll give you the opportunities to make decisions to further your progress. So, for example, you go to work for 3, 4 fucking weeks, and you're saving money on the side that you budgeted in from your salary, from what you're bringing in. Then 4 weeks later, after all the hard work, you're able to take that money and invest it into whatever you were thinking about as you were accumulating it. And this might be a networking event. This might be an event with certain type of content for social media. This might be a mini vacation, taking yourself out on a day in order to recharge your batteries and celebrate small victories. This might be taking that those finances and investing it into a business opportunity that you've been blueprinting and planning on the side as you've been pushing forward with the savings. You've been blueprinting the process and everything that's going to take place as soon as you've accomplished that first task first. Once again, they come in chronological order: A, B, C, D, E. You want to get to Z, but you can't skip steps. One of them, for what I'm trying to explain, is you can't skip this step of you need to go out there, work your ass off, figure out how to manage your day-to-day life. You need to figure out what to keep and what to cut out, and then you need to figure out how to take the the excess, whatever is left over once you budget, and actually save it. And then you need to stay disciplined enough to stay away from everything that's going to get you to crack open and dip your fingers into that little pot. So day to day to day to day to day to day, month to month to month, this focus on staying on track and sticking to the goal has got to be something so deep inside of you, so fucking passionate, so incredibly, it takes over you and your belief in this decision project that you're venturing off into, first by your imagination, your mentality, and then your emotions are getting attached to it. Then you're putting in the effort to save up in the material world to manifest it in the material world. So this project is encompassing your whole existence at some point. It's worth taking a risk. I mean, you could always make more money, but you can't always go back and tell yourself, I tried. You can't always go back and remember the time that you took that humongous leap of faith and really try to see what your full potential was in that area of life, in that category of life. You went out there and you try to see what you were able to create and accomplish from scratch, from your own intellect, from your own self-motivated drive. You were born a normal human being with no real resources, no real knowledge, content, anything, just like anybody else. And as you grew, you began to process these ideas, and you had this self-belief and self-esteem to love and believe in yourself and your ideas so much that you implemented all of these strategies in order to manifest it and bring it to life. Wow. For anybody who's done it and they made it look easy, what the fuck? Because it's not. How many of you out there have done this already while managing a family, while still being able to keep a healthy relationship with your counterpart? Now, that on its own is a whole job on its own. Being a good counterpart in a healthy relationship format. Now, there's psychology out there that tells you a lot about women and men in partnerships and situations, and how to go about it, and how to avoid certain criterias, and how to get more out of it in a positive note, the relationship. I really believe that a lot of this information is just getting your feet wet and having a understanding of all the ranges of different concepts you could run into. But on a one-on-one personal basis, I think that every relationship is different and everybody responds differently. And at the end of the day, it does come down to, are you willing to put in the work for it or not? Is it worth your time? Is it worth your effort? Is it worth your emotions? Is it worth your finances invested into this chemistry connection between you and another? And if so, then you're adding this to your budget, and you're focusing on this, investing on this, while you're saving to invest for the other. So it become more difficult. Life become more difficult. It becomes a little more overwhelming, in a sense that you have your normal current job, you got your plans that you're working on, and then you have your relationship. On top of that, I'm a huge advocate for getting your workouts on, physical activities, staying healthy, and keeping up with your hygiene, and also keeping up with your loved ones, and doing your best to fulfill that time that they need in order to be loved and nurtured by you. Because we were put here to guide, mentor, and inspire the next generations. And if we're not doing that, who is? They exist. They exist, and they're not going nowhere. So I believe we were here, we were put here to mentor, guide, and inspire the next generation. And if we don't do it, who's gonna do it? So then you have to take time off of your personal schedule and emphasize it onto others in order to help them grow, and grow the tribe, and grow the team, and make sure everyone's on track. And with your personal knowledge and guidance from personal experience, you might be able to help them with the learning curve answer to whatever life dilemmas that they're focused on the solution at the moment. So anyways, y'all, weird, I get into some weird shit. All right, so anyways, topic of the day. You gotta be a little fucking crazy or dumb to really go full force. Damn, there's another little baddie right there. Fuck no. And her sister. Now these girls are sweet. At the point is they're very, very sweet. And they're pretty. So anyways, you gotta be pretty dumb in a sense to go full force after health and workout fitness and really expect to see some serious results as an all-natural, and you're not putting peptides, steroids, or any other foreign chemicals in your body to enhance your shit in a very dangerous cellular type of way. What I mean by that is that you're gonna deal with the soreness, you're gonna deal with all the discipline, you're gonna deal with all the hardships. You're gonna have to deal with life and timing and making your schedule work. You're gonna have to deal with the repercussions of doing these full workouts and going extensively and committing your mind, body, heart, and soul into this area. It's a priority because you started it and you got to continue. It's a project, it's a process, it's something that's lifelong. It's not something that I believe that you just turn on and turn off. It becomes a part of you. And the pain, the soreness, the mental fog, your mind playing tricks on you, telling you to stop, telling you to take a day off, telling you to all this stuff is so difficult that you basically kind of gotta be dumb enough to ignore it all and just show up consistently and do it. Mind over matter. Like, your mind is gonna fool your body into doing this torturous activity, and depending on how consistent you are, I try to work out 6-7 days a week because I really just enjoy being physically active and it burns out extra energy. Yesterday I took a day off. I went to the park, kicked it and everything, same place I worked out, enjoyed the sunset, all that mess. But normally I would do like 6-7 days a week. Yesterday I just kind of felt my body was dragging. It was Thursday, my body was fucking like, oh. I said, all right, so if I go out and I do the full workout today, tomorrow, Friday at work, I'm going to be completely drained and dragging ass at work. And I'm probably going to go home and take the evening off anyways because I would have hit that point. So would I rather take the evening off tonight, go to work tomorrow feeling fucking way better after a good night's rest than working out Friday night, or feeling like shit Friday and then taking Friday night off feeling great Friday night? Maybe. You know what I mean? Oh my God, these tamales. I ate tamales again this morning. Oh, they're so delicious. So you're gonna have to avoid foods like tamales and stuff unless you know how to count the calories and make it fit in your little rubric. Are you still gonna get the results? Are you still gonna conserve all the progress and be able to enjoy life on life's terms and be able to enjoy delicacies and small rewards, such as food? You have to give up your favorite foods. If you drink beer and stuff, you have to give up alcohol. And that's right there, that on its own is battling an addiction. That on its own is overcoming these obstacles and getting through these hurdles on a whole fitness category and food intake category, which is two different things. They're two different things. And at the same time, you're battling addiction. You gotta be a dumb motherfucker to really believe you can overcome all these obstacles to get the body of your dreams. Like, I mean, like, you literally have to be that dumb to think that it's achievable, to think that you can actually put out that much fucking effort day in, day out, over and over for years in order to live the healthy lifestyle that you envisioned years ago. And if you're the type of person that is this fucking stubborn and motivated to hit goals, hit me up. Yo, I want to be on your team. So anyways, 20 minutes are up. I'm going to get to work. Hopefully having a wonderful day. Above, beyond, epic, better than average, better than original, stupendous, glorious, blessed, phenomenal. For the few viewers who are watching my stuff, I hope you really enjoy the content. And at the end of it all, I hope that somehow the content that I'm putting out is molding, shaping, and programming you to think about putting in the effort to live a better existence on your terms in a healthy, suitable manner for you and everyone else around you. Because when you heal and when you figure it out and when you build that foundation and you're firmly grounded and firmly planted and well balanced mentally and emotionally, not only do you benefit, but everyone around you benefits. So you're putting in that work for you so you can have that beautiful, abundant life. But catch-22 is what you're building is so beautiful and fruitful that it's not just for you. There's an overflow. There's a spillature of essential beauty. Like your essence is beautiful and it's spilling out into this world. And that where we come into the idea that we were born to mold, shape, guide, and inspire the next generation. So we're building ourselves up to become this awesome individual so that we could take our excess and donate it to others with mentoring, guiding, teaching, nurturing, and the rest. I'll catch y'all later.